This is Brad Harsh. Welcome to Strategic Investor Spotlight. Choosing an advisor to help manage your money is one of the most important hiring decisions you'll make, but even those who hire competent individuals for their businesses struggle when it comes to selecting and retaining the right financial advisors to grow and protect their wealth. Even the most discerning investors often don't know which questions to ask or what the position actually entails. These 10 questions should help you identify those advisors best suited to properly guide you on a successful financial journey. Look for a pattern of accomplishments and self-improvement, and don't assume that age translates to experience. Find out what licenses and registrations the advisor currently holds and for how long. What professional accreditations or certifications have been received. Most importantly, find out how they chose this career. Find out what aspects of financial management are covered and which are not. Make sure your advisor's expertise and services match your needs. If you need additional services, ask the advisor to describe the collaborative process with other key tax, legal, and financial professionals. Don't be afraid to ask this question, and if necessary, follow it up by contacting the regulatory authorities for additional information. Specifically, find out if the advisor has a disciplinary history, if open or current complaints exist, and if so, the nature of the issue involved. Many advisors hold multiple licenses and registrations. Get a clear understanding of whether you'll pay fees, commissions, or both. Ask if the practitioner earns any compensation from third parties, also called soft dollar compensation. Some firms and investment product sponsors incentivize advisors for selling their products, which inherently creates a possible conflict of interest. There can be a surprising difference between what your advisor charges you and how much you actually pay. Familiarize yourself with any setup, termination, or transfer fees. Additionally, ask about annual maintenance fees or other charges that could impact your bottom line. Ask if the advisor has a written philosophy that guides the investment strategy. Many advisors don't have a formal approach to investment management. If there is a formal approach in place, get a copy. Find out what it entails and how the advisor came to develop it. Ask how long the current approach has been in place and what specific ongoing processes guide your portfolio towards your stated objectives. Fiduciaries are held to a higher standard of care than other financial professionals and are accountable to place client interest above their own. If the advisor is affiliated with a broker-dealer, find out if his firm supports a uniform fiduciary standard of care. Beyond asking the advisor how long he plans to continue in this field, get informed about what will happen should your advisor be out of reach. And know your available resources and options in the event he sells, quits, retires, or dies. Meet the staff and advisors who will be taking care of you and your portfolio should any such situation occur, and make sure you're clear and comfortable with the continuity and succession plan. Find out if your advisor works collaboratively with the other advisors and staff in the firm to facilitate your professional relationship. Ask who is responsible for delivering performance reports, account statements, tax documents, scheduling review meetings, and providing timely communication with you. Find out who is responsible for conducting investment analysis, making recommendations, monitoring progress, and executing your portfolio strategy. Although logical, it may be counterproductive to tell a prospective advisor about yourself right away. Instead, ask them to describe their typical clients. Facilitate a conversation based less on assets and more on the relationship dynamics. For instance, it may be helpful to ask, what's a good client relationship look like to you? What's most important to you? And what do you expect of me for a good business relationship? When you've completed the interview, the final question is yours. Do you feel compelled to move forward? Your reaction to this question should be a reflection of both the advisor's skills and abilities, as well as their ability to connect with and advocate for you. This is Brad Harsh. Please join us for the next Strategic Investor Spotlight.